Hello, and welcome to Writing Tips. I'm your host, award-winning sci-fi author, C. Alex Smith, but you can call me Sherry. You can find me here at Substack or at my personal webpage. The first video of the Story Developer series is already available for free on my Substack. It's called Capture the Cosmos, and it consists of 31 days of brainstorming exercises to give you some ideas for your novel. That was sort of the soft start for Writing Tips Substack. Today is part 2 of the Story Developing Writing course and the real start of what I want this Substack to be. For the next year or so, I want to invite you to join me as I develop and write and self-edit a new project. If you're already working on something, fine. You can jump in at any time along the way. In the remainder of the Story Developer course, I'll give you a brief overview of story structure and a process for planning a novel. In this video, we'll discuss how to organize and safeguard your work. If you've never written a long project, such as a dissertation or a previous novel, you've probably only used Word, Pages, or Google Docs for your writing. Those programs are wonderful for short pieces of writing. They're flexible and you can infinitely customize how you want the document to look. But other writing programs are actually designed so you can organize long pieces on the fly. They are organized in parts, chapters, and scenes, and they allow you to move scenes, chapters, and even whole acts around. They allow you to attach notes or metadata to each file, like a synopsis or character notes. They keep track of different versions of a scene or allow you to attach notes to a scene or even a set of words within the scene. Those seem like bells and whistles until you're elbow deep in revisions and taking multiple notes from beta readers and reorganizing the entire manuscript. Below this video, in the show notes, you'll find a list of suitable writing software. Some of them are even free, and many of them have a minimal price tag considering how long and how much you'll be using them. Check out the links and choose one that matches your writing and brainstorming style. Before you go any further, we're going to talk about saving your work. I don't want to hear from any of my fans that they lost a manuscript they've been working on for months. Even before technology, people lost whole, polished manuscripts due to theft, fire, or leaving it in a cab. Don't be that person. In the modern age, computer crashes have become the most common way to lose a manuscript. If you're going to spend months tearing your hair out over which word to use in each and every sentence, make sure you're not going to lose that work. That means you need to have a copy of your work somewhere other than your computer. Hard drives have an average failure rate of 1.46%. That means your computer has a 1.5% chance of failing every year. Okay, that's not a lot. But it doesn't matter if you're one of the ones in that 1.5%. Also, your computer could get stolen or burn up in a fire. There are lots of ways to save your work off your computer these days. You can put it in a thumb drive or write it on a disk if you are very disciplined. But I recommend the cloud. You're looking for a program that will save your changes in the background without you having to remember to push save. That means there has to be a desktop version for your computer system, either PC or Apple. You also want a cloud app that keeps everything synced so you can work on your novel anytime, anywhere, and with any of your devices. You want a cloud storage program that works well with whatever writing program you've chosen to draft your novel. For example, Word, Pages, Scrivener, Atticus, Manuscript, YWriter, or something else. Below this video, in the show notes, are 3 lists. The first list shows you potential writing software you can download to your computer if you want something with more organizational features than Word or Pages. The second list is for cloud apps you can use to save your writing to the cloud in the background. Once you have your manuscript saved to a cloud app, it should update all of your changes automatically to the cloud, so if your computer loses its mind, you can always download your most up-to-date manuscript to a new computer. Writing software should always be used with cloud storage to ensure that you don't lose any of your valuable manuscript. If you don't live in the boondocks, as I do, you can also consider web-based apps. These are more expensive, and your novel won't be available if you don't have an internet connection. For example, while writing on a nature retreat, unless the app specifically has an offline desktop function. But web-based apps do come with some nice perks. Most have video courses, like this one, on writing. They often check your writing for various aspects of fiction writing, not just grammar and spelling, but overused adverbs, structural timing, pacing, and repeated words. In case you're wondering how I've set up my writing, I'm pretty tech savvy, so I compose and edit on Scrivener. I have a Google Web Space account with 2 terabytes of Google Drive space, so I save my Scrivener backups to Google Drive. Now, unless you're running a local writing group and 2 Substacks and doing video courses, 2 terabytes is probably way more than you actually need. I also have a subscription to a web-based writing app called Autocrat. I use Autocrat in my self-editing routine, but I don't save my novel there, and I don't typically use Autocrat's AI functions. Additionally, I use Evernote for research and to keep track of notes and folders. I joined Evernote when it was free, but lately it's gotten a little pricey, $130 a year. So I can't really recommend it anymore. Nowadays, many cloud apps work off of the tag system like Evernote introduced, and you can search your folders in the cloud, so I don't know that Evernote adds as much as it once did. In the next video, I'll talk about taking the ideas you produced while brainstorming and putting them to the test before you spend days writing a story that just doesn't grab people. See you later this week in the next video.